Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Average Shows 3D. I am your host, Fergie. So today is Adventures in ABS. I've had an ABS roll sitting around for a while. I bought it probably 6 months ago when I got the CR10. And you know, when I looked online and YouTube and other places, all I heard was how horrible it was. It wouldn't stick to beds. It warped, really hard to use. Stick with PLA, there's no reason to really print with ABS, but I was still kind of curious. So I used a CR10, just with regular settings, a 0.4 nozzle, nothing special, just medium quality. And I printed a Benchy. So here's my Benchy. Now this Benchy, like they had warned, is warped on the bottom. It'll lift it up, so this is not exactly flat. As you can see, it rocks back and forth. When compared to this, which is PLA, that doesn't seem to rock at all. I mean, it's pretty solid. And this definitely has a rounder bottom, and it's kind of pulled up on this end. So everything I read or saw on YouTube is like, well, you need an enclosure. You need to keep it warm. It is the middle of the winter. I think it's 9 degrees out right now. Not exactly warm in my apartment. They say you got to build a box. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I was looking at my CR10, thinking, why is it so complicated? All I want to do is have a steady temperature for my ABS. So this is what I came up with. We'll see how it works. Okay, so now it's the time for the big reveal. How am I keeping my temperature up? What kind of high-tech gizmos did I get? What did I smelt and build together and weld into place? What kind of monstrosity did I make for my ABS printing CR10? Let's take a look. Alright, there you have it. Let me pull back a little bit. Under all of those towels, and I have 2 towels there, is my CR10. Now I realize that the CR10 has this big vertical frame here and here, so why not make a tent? If I reach in here, it's really pretty warm in there right now. So this just covers this end so heat doesn't escape. I know the heat rises, so it should stay up here. And over here, it's kind of parted to let the cables and the filament feed. But it's looking pretty good. So, what am I printing? Let me go ahead and show you what I'm printing. Something that's definitely flat, and if we don't do it correctly, is definitely going to lift up. Alright, so we'll come over here. Oh, wouldn't you know, that's when we pick the time when it's going to turn off. And not come back on. Okay? Alright, hopefully you didn't send me a secret password. Let's go and zoom in. So this is a Batman box. It's probably 150 millimeters long with a flat bottom, like a little candy dish. So we'll see what kind of results we get here. I forgot to look to see how long it's going to take to print. Survey says 3 hours and 16 minutes. So we'll check back in 3 hours and 16 minutes and see what we get. Okay guys, we're all done. It's been cooling down. I didn't catch it the last minute that it was finishing. Underneath the tent, it says 100 now. At its peak it was 113. And we're ready to see what we're ready to see here. So let me put this down. So, let's see what the tent of towels that I had hanging around in the closet did. Alright, here we go. So this one comes off. Now, because the bed moves in the y-axis and not the head itself, that's how I knew I would be safe, because I'm never coming in contact or anywhere close to the nozzle or the extruder at all. Now, I did put these up underneath the legs, so let me pull that back. Here we go. That one and that one. These are toasty warm. I think with the blankets, or I'm sorry, the towels, it's about as warm as, a clothes dryer is going to get. All right, let's see what we have here. Yeah, here we go. So far, it's looking pretty good. Let me get a light on in here. All right. And I'm looking for any raised areas. I'm looking for spatula. I don't know why I couldn't find one there for a minute. Okay, so here we have it. Zoom back a little bit. This is pretty tight to the bed. That's tight to the bed. That's tight. That's tight. That, I don't know. That seemed kind of weird. Let me move over a little bit. All right. So right in here, I did get a little raising right here. Let's see if I can zoom in. See it? Right there. So, didn't work, guys. I may have to use another technique to have it stick to the bed, because right in there I have a place that's raised up, and it's still raised up on the other side as well. Not as bad, but it is raised up. And well, it makes it easy to get it off the bed. Alright, so now with this piece, as long as this is, I mean, it's not going to like rock back and forth. It's in there because I have all this area is nice and flat, but on the ends, it definitely raised up a little bit. If you're not looking for it, you may not notice it, but today I'm looking for it. That's raised up a little bit there. So here, here, and here are all raised up. The rest looks pretty good. So would it be as bad if I didn't put the tent up? I think it mitigated it some, because even then you really can't see much of this being up either. But this didn't raise up proportionally as much as this did. So I don't think it was a problem with heat. It may have been a problem with heat adherence with sticking to the bed, because I use nothing but glue. I know that people use maybe a slurry or something else to glue it down to the bed, and I didn't do that. So this is our foray into ABS plastic. I'm really happy with the finish on the sides. Looks really good. The edges here, I had a little bit of overrun or coast on the edges a little bit, but that's to be expected. Now I could dial that in, but for my first time printing ABS, I think we did pretty great. I really do. So that was our adventure in ABS. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Enclosure 3D, and you have a great day.